This is Purushottam. I am discussing about .NET technology. Firstly, .NET had introduced in 2002 as a .NET framework. After .NET framework, it comes to .NET Core. Present running is .NET. Up to 7.0 we have available at this moment, and .NET 8.0 will be released in September 2023. Means with the help of .NET framework, we can develop multiple applications, window applications, mobile applications, and web pages. We can say websites. And we in that .NET framework we have ado.net and asp. ado, which we will use to communicate with the database. And asp we will use to write the code in for developing web pages. In that ado.net we have multiple classes to communicate with the SQL Server database, which is SQL connection, SQL command, and SQL data adapter, SQL dataset, not dataset, data reader. In that ado we have connection and disconnection oriented approach. And disconnection oriented approach. In connection oriented, which means our front end web page connect with the database. In that case, we will use when we call it as a connection oriented. Disconnection oriented means our front page without SQL connection, we can perform the CRUD operations. With the help of a dataset. Dataset which comes from the namespace of using system.data. With the help of dataset, we can maintain the disconnection oriented approach. With the help of SQL command, SQL connection, we can make a connection with the SQL server. Types. SQL server were mainly used to store the data, and if you want to manage or retrieve the data, we will go for a SQL server. It is a relation database management. What is meant by relation database means it will store the data in the forms of tables. In that we have multiple types. We have database and analysis services, reporting services. With the help of database only, we are storing the data by means of tables. In tables we have rows and columns. Columns is nothing but data fields. Rows which means records. Whatever the data we need, we can include in that one. ASP, we have controls in that one. Page, with the help of controls, we can communicate with the browser. The browser understandable language is HTML. First we will write the code in ASP. After that we will converting into HTML. That HTML understood by the browser, and we will display the web page. We can display web page. In the front end we call it as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Back end we call it as the C# language we will use, and database SQL server, C# ado and ASP. It will not visible to the client, so that we will call it as a backend. It will visible to the client, so that it will call it as a front end. And if you go to HTML will call it as an without client interaction. We'll call it as HTML. It is an we can develop only static web pages. If you want to add styles to the HTML page, we will go for CSS, and then the advanced one is HTML5. In that HTML5 we can add audio, video tags, and CSS3. With the help of CSS3, we can have in this advanced version. In this we have cascading, and with the help of JavaScript we can make a client interaction. With the why we are using ASP means it is a server side interaction. With the help of ASP we can interact with the server. Our data will be stored in server base, so that we will go for ASP. This is the overview of .NET framework. Thanks.